getting my second cardio session in. We did right about, 50 minutes. I need to go. I'll have to double check my timer on it, honestly. I just realized when I looked at the stuff, yeah, it had to be 50 minutes because I looked at one of my Facebook ones and it was 19 minutes alone because I got really caught into a whole spiel there. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. If they do certain stuff with my Facebook page that they will eventually do, I've been told by Meta Business they will do, I will probably do all of my lives there. Be no point in doing it on YouTube. And the people be like, what? And you're like, because if I make 10 times the money per stream, why would I do it here? You know, I mean, just that simple. So, in the meantime, though, as of right now, I get the most benefit out of doing more of them on YouTube. So I do them on the other platforms, but I do get a bit more out of it here. So, just kind of hammering away here. If I wanted to just be funny, I'd just do them on my Facebook profile because it has a lot of stuff set up, but it's just like I'm walking. I don't want to tell jokes for an hour. All right, but if we say fitness related. All right, when you guys get in here, click the like button though. Be sure you guys comment after the fact. Remember, I have coaching slots open. Had a really good workout. The vlog is up. So like I said, we're gonna go over to optimizing volume now, not just looking at minimum effective. Now that I've taken the cardio up, I got tons of carbs and salts in my system. The workouts feel really good. That was something I noticed on Friday. Yeah, you know, when I did that second leg session, I did 3 sets of squats, deadlifts, you know, the belt squats and everything. And I just felt pretty good. How's it going, Jason? It's going, man. We're doing our 2 hours of cardio a day streaming for you guys, working on leaning out for the summer now, right? I mean, I did pretty good overall. What did we do while just, you know, focusing just on strength on conjugates and stuff? I hit a 500 back squat. I had a 505 on one of my boxes. Did a nice 335 pause bench. Not quite where it used to be, but I'll bring it back up. I got a really clean 585 deadlift that was really smooth and pretty. So yeah, let's just get lean now. Time to get lean, really lean, and then bring the strength back up. And it's kind of like, you know, some people had asked me before, do I need to hit those strength goals for the year? Well, if I stay in the 220, but honestly, quite frankly, let's be realistic. If I diet down leaner, and I did a really easy water cut for 198s and I hit those lifts I've already hit this year, you just build back to those, I'll have an elite total. I'll get invited to Worlds, like with no problem at all. So, you know, I got to think about what I want to do there. What do I want to weigh, right? But if I'd stayed 220, yeah, definitely it's going to work up towards those, the 550 squat and everything. But yeah, all good. I just feel like I need to be leaner. I just feel like it's better overall. I like being thicker. I just feel like it's better for outreach, probably better for health. Like I actually like how I look at 220. But, you know, being the internet business and then overall health, I'd probably be fitter. I strip down leaner. And I think we have to think about that too. You know, the name of the game here. This is a fitness channel. We talk about longevity under the barbell. And I do have to stay on top of the health. Because think about how many of my contemporaries are dead or completely out of commission, right? People from my generation of the tubers, the fitness guys, how many of them are down to whatever, 160 pounds eating watermelon after their heart attack or are dead? Yet I'm over here trucking along. And I need to keep it that way, right? I mean, realistically. People have said that a lot of times. People who have said, you know, a lot of people hate Jason, but his guy from YouTube, from his generation, he's going to be the last man standing. I don't think it'll be just me. I think it'll be Chris Jones too. Chris Jones and I'll be probably the last 2 men standing, you know, because he cares about his health and fitness. He lives the lifestyle. He doesn't just do the BS and let's just do tons of trend. to market and then die. You know, eating bad diets too. Oh, we'll just flexible diet. We'll just count our macros. We'll use lots of Tren and count our macros and eat Pop-Tarts and butter. Yeah, you guys are dead or had heart attacks, out of the game. All right, we can't have that happen. We can't have that happen. It's not desirable. It's not what we want. Well, let's see who we can get in here. This is a little slow so far. And because I came right in here instead of Facebook, this is going to be a long one. So I might hop over to the Facebook because I'd like this to be at least a 40-minute cardio just to balance out what I need for the day. Then I'll do my third one. So hopefully the stream picks up a bit and it gets a little better with what we're shooting for, but I'll give it time. We'll let it flow. I think as long as I keep it interesting, we're good. Last one, people are like, dude, you're low-key funny. Like, exactly. Because I get in these streams now. That's right, old spasm hit the light. Now that I'm doing all this cardio, I can't maintain a filter. The way that I act in some of these streams now, this is how I talk to my friends and people in real life. This is the Jason, real Jason that people actually know. And it's mostly because I try to keep a filter to be somewhat professional. I have no filter in real life. I have learned to develop a filter because I have haters and trolls on the internet and I have community guidelines. Community guidelines, you know. Why would you call me Peter Griffin? I'm a jacked athlete, he's a fat dude. What's wrong with you, Ram? Literally asking me about my penis, you get to go. Is the starting strength method really that bad? No, it's not that bad. The eating is horrible. Like, the programming is good. The squat technique is stupid with the head position thing. Like, everyone criticizes that. And Ripito says, we don't coach elite athletes here. That's his response. We coach novices. And when everyone says no elite athlete in the world squats like you have them do with that head thing, right? So that aside, the programming's pretty decent. It's not a problem at all. The diet advice is horrific. His diet advice is geared to make you fat and diabetic. That's it. What did he post? He just retracted his message. I wasn't looking. Back on that cardio train, brother. Yep, that's the point. We're doing that cardio train. Drop the fat low, carb up, and just do lots of list cardio. So what did he type? They got the WTF. Do you use boost? Okay, type that again in English, please. So you typed a word that doesn't mean anything in the English language. Could you please retype that? Oh, he asked about my weenie. Yeah, probably he did. Lars, hey, what's up, Lars? Is a treadmill fine for cardio? I guess, man. I've never liked treadmills. I like recumbent bikes if I won't list, or I like to just go walk. So here, what did you retract? Because people be retracting messages. 2 hours a day for life is going to be tough. Who said I need to do it for life? I've done this before. I mean, I've lost a lot of weight doing this before when I needed to. Hey Ed, have you heard of me banning you for mentioning my trolls? I'll let you remove your statement. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. A 1,000, a 2, a 3, a 4, 5. Too late. All right. There you go. I gave you 5 full seconds. I said I feel like you used okay. So could you type that again in English, please? Could you change that to some English word? I don't know what that means. What do you do for a living besides walking? Well, I'm a strength and conditioning coach who runs a virtual coaching business, and I am a fitness content creator on the internet. It's a swinger website. Yeah, that's the sort of stuff that gets you just kicked out of here. So let's just get rid of that nonsense. All right, just going on a walk in the sun is good for our well-being, absolutely. And I didn't quit the OnlyFans is still there. I haven't made any content. And if you ask me why, I'm just going to ban you, because I've already told you guys I'm not going to explain all this. So next, I only see you walking. Really, you don't see me lifting. You didn't see my training vlog today. You don't see my client vlogs. CSGO, or is that what you're telling me? Have you looked at my channel? Hey coach, do you think Joffrey is natty? I think if you think that he's natty, then you are a naive, ignorant child. No person who has been around the lifting world for any period of time is going to entertain that possibility. So I know that you're like 15 or you just started lifting this year, if you even need to ask the question. I'm not trying to be a dick, guys. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, do you want me to be honest? Do you want real answers to your questions? Or do you want me to sugarcoat it for you? Like, you can literally see where he injects all his stuff. Like, he has, you can literally see his site enhancement, dude. Come on. It used to be delts. I called him on the delts before. Like, dude, he shoots all his drugs in his delts, everything. Now he switched to triceps. Because he got upset I made the video. Now he started pinning his triceps with all his testing trend. I just can't. Like, how can you even ask that question? Sup, dude, fan from Holland. Awesome, man. Cool trees. Hey, coach. So, pretty much, there you go. Those likes are coming in for the laugh once now that I'm being funny. All right? We got to be funny. I'm just going to keep it real. This is going to have no filter on these. I'm just going to talk. I mean, again, I'm not trying to be a dick, dude. I'm just being honest. You know, you ask a silly question like that, and you didn't preface it and say, hey, I'm 14 and really naive. You know, so if you don't preface something like that, like if you tell me that you're a grown-ass man and you're going to ask me a silly-ass question like that. So if you don't preface a statement with, hey, I'm like 14, I don't know any better, and then you ask something, you know, then I'm going to be a lot more chill about it. But if you're going to come in here and not give me an excuse like that to believe that, and you say something like, you present yourself as a grown man who lifts weights, and you say, hey, is there any possibility Joffrey is natural? What's going on with those triceps these days? You know what I mean, dude? Do you think he intentionally stays weak to hide his use? No, he's just weak. Should I run Joffrey or Mike Israel's program next? How about neither one? CSGO. But coach, progressive overload was over a few years time frame. He's an advanced lifter. It don't work like that anymore. It's slow. And he blew up after 10 years of training. And you look at the photos he puts up with the actual looking like he's on trend. Come on. Right? And then he starts doing sight shooting all his gear, and you can see where he shoots it. I mean, come on, dude. Are you really that dumb? Like, if I just started sighting all my gear into my biceps, and you guys didn't call me on it, I don't know what I would even say. I think fishes breathe water and we breathe air. Do fishes see water because we don't need it? Yeah. What? All right. Balthazar says, hi. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? We're just walking. We're keeping it real. That could look great. What could look great? I got lost in this whole thing. Right? Well, people don't seem to know any better. Like, all these bodybuilders cite all their stuff, and then everyone will say something like, oh, they got great arms. And I'm like, Dude, they're full of oil. What are you talking about? Just because they don't look like the fake guys who are doing motor oil that everyone goes, oh, that's synthol. I'm like, no, dude, that guy's injecting gallons of cooking oil or Vaseline. Yes, some of those synthol guys who are the weird mentally ill ones, it's not synthol guys. Like one of them, the Run Russian guy, turned out he had been injecting Vaseline into all his muscles. Do you think about TRT when you become older? Like, you mean, when did I start it? Like 15 years ago older? Yeah. Are you kidding? Dude, I'm 220 pounds at 5'9", at 48 years old. You mean, am I going to cut down to TRT only? Because right now I'm on 250 milligrams of test a week. So you're asking me, am I going to cut down to TRT when I get older? When I go, I don't quite care about being as big. Yeah, probably. When I want to be natty size? Yeah, I guess so. Definitely at some point. Jasmine versus basmati. I prefer basmati these days. I used to like jasmine. I've gone over to basmati. It just tastes better. I feel like it soaks up the flavor better of whatever sauce you put in it, and it just has a better texture, right? That long grain basmati. If you notice, all my pictures are basmati rice lately, and my shopping carts are basmati rice on all my social media, right? Jason, any tips for trapped nerve in the back? No, talk to your doctor. That'd be my tip. I mean, that is not my specialty, home skillet. Now the unfiltered Jason, yes, I call people home skillet because I am of the Caucasian persuasion, and it is my cracker version of homeboy that I started using 20 years ago. So you guys are going to be just like my bros in real life, who I call home skillet, like two of them. And they could be like, yeah, he does. He calls us home skillet. What's up, home skillet? I'm gonna call you guys that because you're my bros. All right. So I got to get over to some shade so I can read a little better. I got the anti-glare, but let's get over to the park and get under the shade trees. It's a little bright even with the glare, anti-glare screen. It's a little bit much. It's done hot and sunny out here now. Coach is out here in it. Coach getting a tan. Coach getting skin cancer. All right. Good, Jason. What is your goal for this year? Get leaner. Get more jacked. Get stronger. Stack paper to the ceiling. Lap on some cheeks. How are those? These reasonable goals? I'm already 15s away from my bench press goal for the year. Awesome. Hey man, stay after it. So where we're at, we're in the 5th month and you're 15 pounds from your, what's your goal? So what do you weigh and what are you trying to get to this year? Let's break it down, man. Let's get the followers discussing their training. Get that vitamin D, very good for weight loss. Yep. Like I had someone say, are you taking any vitamin D right now? I'm like, I'm walking out in the sun. Vitamin D supplementation is absolutely nowhere near on my list of priorities. You ever check your notes on your weight? Oh, there you go, before you switch. No, I don't care. Key lime pie or pecan pie. Pecan pie is way better. Like the 3 best pies in order. Gonna be cherry pie, okay, pecan pie, and then some other shit. All right. So I do eat stuff like that on holidays. So I don't eat junk food or processed food for the most part. It's not stuff I keep in my house. It's not stuff I eat. But on holidays and special occasions, I will go balls deep into pecan pies, especially a cherry pie. Like a homemade cherry pie, bro, right? I train everything once every 3 days, rest 2 days in between, dumb or decent, squat, press, bench, dead, curls, chest. No, I think it's reasonable. I mean, you could just do a 4-day though, split and just hit everything twice and just build it around your work week and your life. But what you're doing isn't dumb either. It works. Yep. Right. So let me get over to a little more shade here. It's all bright and sunny now. I guess that shouldn't be. Yeah, like must get leaner. I'm gonna be honest. Like I really could give a shit less. Like just if you want me to be frank with you, right? Like no bullshit. The amount of fucks I could give about it is about 0. I mean, if that's cool and everything. I'm not. And again, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just telling you. If you want me to be honest. Nice Coach Cherry Pie is a good, I'm going to get into some shade. There we go. I like blackberry pie. Now that could work. But cardio versus lifting is a factor for weight loss. What? What do you mean? But cardio versus lifting, that, I don't understand exactly what you're saying. Do you still do powerlifting comps? Not lately, but I will again. Eventually, I'll get back on the platform. Right? We will eventually get back on the platform. I'm just not going to tell you guys when, and y'all know why. If you ask why, then you clearly don't know, and so you don't need to know. Done. Like, which is better for weight loss? Neither. The problem is, must get leaner. How much lifting are you realistically going to do without beating yourself up and getting overuse injuries? The research shows they're pretty much equal. However, we do have to factor in overuse. And at a certain point, if you're trying to do the amount of activity I'm doing, I mean, I lift for an hour and a half, 4 days a week. And for most people, that would be a lot of exercise. But, you know, I'm over here now adding in all this list just to lean out because it burns only fat. I eat mostly carbs, nearly 0 fat now, and then we do lots of list cardio. It's a beautiful combination, especially with the fasting. No, Paul, I officially started cutting last week. You are correct. So you didn't get anything wrong, Paul. I was recomping. Right, I was focused on lean gains and possible recomposition. Now I've decided I'm thick enough. I'm looking thick, I'm looking big. Let's go ahead and trim some fluff and let's see what we got under here. Why would you cut? Well, you cut for the purpose of losing body fat when you want to get leaner and have a 6-pack. You need to get thicker, dude. You guys are not seeing me in person standing next to other people. Y'all have no clue. I am not even remotely obtainable natural in terms of thickness for any of you. That being said, I'm good. Let's get leaner for a bit. Interesting to see how your strategy plays out. I've used it before successfully when I was much heavier. I also know numerous competitive bodybuilders who have successfully done it, including one of the top prep coaches 20 years ago used to have all those guys do this for bodybuilding shows. So it's pretty tried and true method. So I'm not the person who came up with this. This is not even my brainchild, not my idea. Coach is thicker than a Snicker. Yeah, pretty much. Again, I don't think people are grasping 5'9", which in internet and millennial stats is 6 foot, 222 pounds, still under 20% body fat. Okay? Y'all do the math. We pretty thick at this point. So yeah, I need to trim down. Let's just get down, get a 6-pack, get some abs. Let's see what we look like under here. And just focus on trying to gain any muscle I can in the process. which is why I'm taking the volumes up to optimal, making sure I'm working every muscle, you know, make sure I'm gonna do 2 delt exercises, you know, both days that I do delts, you know, making sure we're doing bench and dips for triceps. I'm sorry, for chest, so on and so forth. I don't have a weight pick. People are gonna ask me this every day. I don't have a weight goal. I have a look goal. Just hold the camera, that's true. Camera angles, proportions. Again, I've been next to other people who, you know, and I'm bigger now. I mean, like, go back and look at that last meet. And you guys know who Charles Vogel is probably. And look how he looks. And you saw me next to him with us both in t-shirts. I'm bigger and stronger now than I was then. And Vogel looks like a monster when he's, you know, lean on camera. So, again, it's all proportion. Hey, Jason, currently on the 3rd cycle, 400 chest, 200 primo, 50, I'm going to assume bar finish. Yeah. That's pretty solid. You should have really, really good dry lean gains from that. Charles versus Vogel. No, Charles Vogel. I know him in real life. Like, he's guys on social media and stuff. It's not very healthy, but have you ever tried cutting in the soda water your dad to get real? Have you not seen my crazy water cuts for meets? I put them all up on social media. Last time I did the 198, I went from 220 down to 197 doing a full water cut, and I looked shredded. People were like, dude, you almost like a contest bodybuilder. But I'm not trying to drop water right now. Does Jason use... I have a fat-free mass index of 27. You should not need to ask that. If you have studied the topic of natural versus enhanced at all, and you know my height, weight, rough body fat, you should not need to ask that question. Michael Higgins. Who looks... They should get rid of you. You're a troll anyways. Guys, I have a 27 fat-free mass index. Yes, I'm a very, very conservative user. That's why I've maintained my health. But I am those... Run the numbers, guys. Most people who are experts in the area will tell you, yeah, that's not obtainable without drugs. You don't need a lot, but it's above the natty limit. And that's generally accepted. That's not my opinion. There's literally been studies on this. So we shouldn't need to be asking this. Oh man, I got to stay in the shady area to read this. It's, even with the anti-glare guys, sorry, it's just bright out. This works good, a lot better though than I was previously doing. But bald, yes, I'm bald. There's a difference between overuse and overtraining. Yes, overuse is localized at the tendon level to where you inflame something and possibly snap it off the bone. Okay? And overtraining is a systemic problem to where you've chronically overreached to the point to where your body is no longer recovering. No, Phil, the thing is, he's been kind of snooty with a bunch of stuff for a bit. You know, that wasn't a first offense. He just comes across as a troll in general, and I've let him stay. So I'm just, hey Jason, hope all is well. This 0.7 grams of protein per pound of body weight goal. Why are you talking about your goal weight? I hate it when people throw that out there. Use your body weight. That's what the studies show. 0.7 might not be 100% optimal depending upon the person and the protein quality, but it's reasonable. Is that fair? The 0.82 puts us into where we know the studies say muscle growth is going to kind of cap out for sure. And anything beyond that is just seeking metabolic benefits, thermic effect, and so on. Okay. All right, we're 30 minutes deep. We 30 minutes into this one. We got a nice little feed. Get those likes up though, by the way, guys. We need a few more likes. I would recommend everyone keep the chat to only compliments about Jason's training. I mean, Phil, to be fair, they probably are a troll at that point. I mean, it's just common sense, really. Right? Even when I went into Vegan Gains chat that one day, I didn't insult the man. I stayed on topic for that bit I was in there, and his fans actually were supportive of that. Like, oh shit. I came in there, was actually very polite because it's another man's house. I've almost hit a 4-plate deadlift for a 5.2, 2 plates bench. That's just too much to ask, man. I got to stop to read all that, and you want me to look at a bunch of numbers. It's just too much. I can't handle it. Especially in this much sunlight. I can't stop walking to answer a question. Oh, sorry, bro. I'm not trying to be a dick. But now we're going to get into some sun. Let's see if I can get this to where I can read. I love the anti-glare screen. It's just not strong enough. I almost feel like I need a second layer. I don't think that would be a good idea to try. Might ruin it. I have no idea. I don't, there should be a sign. Yeah. You're welcome. She was asking if the swimming pool was open. Okay. Is anything above? All right, to hit a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5 reps. Under 220 pounds would be good. Yeah, that'd be solid. You can't hate on that. That's a good strength base. Restart coming. Is anything above 0.8 grams per body weight too much? No. Meaning, are you no longer gaining extra muscle from it? Yeah, you're not gaining more muscle, but it's not bad. There's not a big downside to it. It's not like, oh no, it's going to interfere with your gains. Stay fit, guys. Men age backwards. No, it's not necessarily true. What are your thoughts on Mike Menzer? One says strategy. Nobody thinks that is good. Menzer would have rejected that before he got on all the meth and got all crazy. Just stop. Stop repeating stuff Menzer said after he retired and went crazy and got addicted to methamphetamine. Just stop, guys. If you're going to quote Menzer, stick to stuff when he knew what he was doing before he went crazy. When he was like, yeah, you're going to do 8 sets. Interesting. Where did you learn about this? Learn about what? What are you talking about? Yeah, what is this guy talking about? Different races of men, Asian, black. That's not how it works, homie. Bro, that's not how it works. Like you survive a barbarian sacrifice, I probably would. What do you think about the protein heavy fast foods like Arby's? The slogan is. Is it still junk food? You'd have to look at what's in it. Like, I can't make a recommendation on a food if I don't see what's in it. I have training experience from the past. So if I were to do starting strength and hit those numbers and got under that body weight, would that be smart? I mean, don't run starting strength. You're no longer a novice. Run the slightly more intermediate type programming. Yeah, fast food is usually garbage, though. I agree with that. He's asking about some of these high protein. I mean, to some extent, yeah, like the protein bowls and stuff you can get at Subway and stuff. That's not unreasonable. Some things on menus are okay. You just got to look at what's in it. You have a slow pan up and down? No. Do you take creatine? I haven't been taking creatine lately, actually. I have some, I just don't bother. I haven't been doing any supplements lately, other than an occasional extra strength fish oil. I take melatonin before bed. If I ever go back on growth, I'll probably won't even bother with the melatonin. Growth hormone, so much better. So you look like those are my goals. Well, I don't think you necessarily should run starting strength to do that. You have training history. You've detrained, so that means you're not really a true novice. I wouldn't bother with starting strength. You know, just running some good intermediate type programming, throw some accessory work in. You know, all right, it's gonna be a little hard to read the screen here. I'm surprised that Jason never eats any grilled food, mainly because I don't have a grill right now. I just oven bake all my meat. I can barely deadlift 200 pounds now. Oh, but doesn't mean you need starting strength per se. What do you think about hip thrusts? They're an okay exercise. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of hip thrusts, but I program hip thrusts and glute bridges sometimes for clients. I think it can be a good exercise. I don't dislike the exercise. I just think it got a little overhyped and overrated for a bit. But it's a good supplemental lift to your squats. Sorry I had to lose what happened to the weight vest. I haven't worn it in weeks. It was beating up my recovery too much, so I quit wearing it. Now I'm ramping up to cut lots and lots and lots of lift cardio. So we do brisk walking a couple hours a day, mixed with some of it so far my stationary bike, but it's been mostly walking. It's gonna be weather dependent. 60% cars, 100 opportunities. I mean, I don't do percentages. And if you saw roughly what my percentage is right now, you'd be like, dear Lord. So if I had to estimate my current percentages, probably 70% carb, 27% protein, like 3% fat. Joe says bald. Yes. Thought grilled was like a way of life in Texas. Yeah, it kind of is, and I'm good at grilling. I just literally don't have a grill in the way my porch is set up. It really wouldn't be. I'd have to put it in my garage with my weights and then roll it out all the time. Why would anyone try anything from Wes Watson? What's wrong with you clowns? I wanted to give a shout out to the OG Ice Cream Fitness 5x5. Made some big gains on that program back in the day. Thanks again for the free program. Hey man, you're welcome. God, that program was popular a decade ago, right? Lots of people were like, dude, I made so much gain. I had to do something. I had a grocery store one time. He's like, Jason, because dude, I made so much gains on your free program. The Ice Cream Fitness is hilarious. Not if you're a hyper taster. You can't handle it. I'm going to pin a CC a Primo for you, Coach. Want to play a game where you guess my job? No. So 405 or 5 squat under 220 be good. Yeah, those are good goals to reach for. Some people